All right, guys, so we are all done. We just set up the business trust. So I know that you guys have a question, so go ahead and raise your hand, or you can also put it in the chat, and then I'll be able to answer any questions that you guys might have. So first we have Kenya.
Hey Christine, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I mean I haven't completed all my trusts yet, but I started with one
Okay.
um irrevocable living trust. But one thing I need to figure out is I'm doing 1099 form. I am actually independent provider now. So
Okay.
instead of under my name, I put it under the trust. So
Perfect.
so how could I be able, when it comes to the 1041, for the tax write-off? I'm a little bit confused. How would I distribute that the TCU that is coming in into that trust?
Okay, so I mean, so the TCU, so you have to, where do you want the money to go? So you're gonna fill out the 1099 for your employer on, and you
Mhm.
want to get paid as the business trust, right?
Yes, that's what I'm working on now.
Okay, so the money that comes into that business trust, do you want it to go to the family trust so you can spend it on the family, or do you want it to go directly to you, or what do you want? Like, because you can choose either an individual, or you can choose an entity, or you could choose not to have a beneficiary if that's what you wanted as well.
But this one has my kids as a beneficiary, but it's practically like an individual one. So I was thinking, since I could do like the tax write-off, because I'm an independent provider, so I do teach. I teach and I get paid as an independent provider. So I decided to put it into a trust. But I want to know the tax write-off, would it be the same as what I was doing before? Would I put the gas, the half of the payment for the car, the books I buy for my students and stuff like that? Could I still use it as that like that, or I could use that? I put as independent, so I'm thinking that I will put all the same tax write-off I had before, right?
Yeah, so all of the same tax so you have to just think about it this way. Every single expense, right? So if it's the vehicle expense, if it's the gas, right? Both of those things are considered deductibles. Any type of equipment or supplies. So like you saying, books, all that stuff, all of that stuff is considered deductibles. So if you look at the actual 1040 form,
Mhm.
so let me
I
see.
have never seen it before, so I just
It's inside of our course.
I
It's
know I'm still learning in the process. I'm doing things, a little at a time. So
okay.
yeah,
No,
but I
no problem. So, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up, okay? So it comes with instructions and everything, okay? But I just want to quickly show you so that you can have a form of reference, okay? Let me share my screen. Okay. So, do you see it? Do you see it now, Kenya?
oh, okay. Well, you I put okay. Were you
You
able
see
to?
it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the 1041. So this is what you're going to be doing, filling out when you are ready to file your taxes for the business trust. So these are what we consider like all of the deductibles, right? So you have any interest that you pay, any taxes, any fiduciary fees. So that's any fee, any like salary that you want to pay yourself, or any fees that you want to charge to the trust, any charitable deductions. So for your business trust, if you want to do a deduction and send money to the ministry trust, you can.
Mhm.
Any fees for your counsel, so that's attorneys, accountants, or tax preparers, any other deductions that's not included here, then you'll go ahead and include it on the separate attachments. But that's considered any net operating losses, right? So that's any pretty much any operating
Thanks.
expenses, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so anything that it costs for you to operate. So it's kind of like what we had mentioned inside of the trust, right? So let me go to that section inside of the trust. Hold on, let me go here. Let's see. administration expenses, right? So,
Okay.
so all of these things that you see here, is deductible, right? So legal fees, bookkeeping, accounting, right? Insurance premiums, payment of taxes, charges, assessments, right? Any expenses, dealing with supplies, equipment, material, right? That's what we were talking about. Any expenses dealing with operation, maintenance, cleaning, repairing, or any ordinary or necessary expenses in order to operate the trust, or any assets associated with the trust. So all of the normal stuff that you was already previously doing tax deductions on should fall in line, but you just have to make sure with whoever you file your taxes with.
Okay, because that's what I was kind of concerned. I was thinking now that since I was doing it using my social security, the same deductible I would do the same thing with the trust, but just it's under a trust line instead of a personal.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
you're welcome. All right, who do we have next? Anybody else? Let's see. So, Karen put in the chat, the unincorporated business trust can hold a mortgage, correct? Yes, that is correct. So the business trust can take out a mortgage or can take over a mortgage. Is it recommended to list in another trust, like land, family, or ministry, on the mortgage? I mean, you only need one for the actual deed or the title, or in order to fulfill the mortgage obligation. So it's not necessary to have like two trusts on there, listed on there, if that's like the direction of your question. Was that okay, Karen? She will cover this week, not sure. Let's see here. All right, so D said, what is the process of obtaining tax exemption for the nonprofit benefit corporation? So with you're already exempt from paying federal taxes with the faith-based organization. If you wanted to qualify for other exemptions, you have to apply for them. So whatever state that you have as a domicile of that trust, then you would have to go to that state and you would have to look for the sales exemption, or the state tax exemption. And they do have an application, and you file and you submit. So, and the same thing goes for any other form of taxes. So sales tax, property tax, county taxes, things like that. So Karen said, yes, that answers my question. Awesome. Any other questions? Any other questions?
I have a question, but I think it's about the same thing we've been discussing. I just um about the grantor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the signing for the notarization, the notary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are you asking about your documents?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. All right. So I ran out of ink. So my ink is going to be delivered tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'll be able to print your trust.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that did you look at them? Is everything look okay?
I did.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Then we have Kiana.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, Kiana.
For the board members, can the beneficiaries be a part of the board members?
No,
Okay.
beneficiary can't be nothing else but the beneficiaries. The board members have powers, they have tasks, they can do stuff. And so the beneficiaries can never have any type of power or control. So they can't be a board member.
But one of them, can they be a successor or no?
Yeah, they can be a successor, absolutely. Yeah, and so if they are a successor, once they become an active or acting trustee, they just have to ensure that they either do two things. They remove themselves as a beneficiary, or if they're going to continue to be a beneficiary, they have to make sure that there's other beneficiaries there.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and then let me see, just to clarify, my family and I are looking to put our grandmother's land or home into a trust. So absolutely, you just need one trust in order to be on the deed of that land. And from there, whoever the trustee is, will be able to control that land. So can the officers hold more than one title? Generally, okay, so general manager and trustee. So yeah, they can hold more than one title if you want them to. So it's up to you. What titles and tasks that you want. So it's your discretion if you want to appoint them into positions. All right. Any other questions? All right, perfect. So we are going to wrap it up for today, you guys. So thank you so much for being here. I do have homework for you. So if you have not gotten the chance to hold on, Annecy asked a question. Can we hire anyone to be on the board of trustees, or or do you have any suggestions? So yeah, it's like a regular hiring process, right? So you can hire anyone just like you would hire a secretary for an LLC. Just like how you would hire, an accountant, a CPA, a bookkeeper, any of those things. So sometimes you hire and these people are strangers, you don't know them. So you would go through the same process that you would hire an employee for an LLC. And some people do that. And some people decide that they want to appoint, friends, family member, associates, things like that. So it's up to you what direction you want to go in when you go to fill in these officer positions for the board. So with that being said, I do have homework for you guys. So you should have received the link to join the Facebook community. So we have over 300 trustees in the Facebook community. And so what I want you to do is I want you to get into the community and introduce yourself. So go ahead and go ahead and click on that link so you can request access, because it is a private Facebook group. And then once you get access into the group, then from there, you're able to introduce yourself. So introduce yourself, let us know who you are, and let us know why you decided to become a trustee. So I will be going into the Facebook community and doing those approvals and checking out your post. Because everyone that's inside of the Facebook community is a resource. So a lot of the trustees in there have already gone through the process that you are about to go through, right? So they have already notarized their trust. They have already opened up trust fund bank accounts. They have already started, investments and have their brokerage accounts owned by the trust. They already put their home into the trust, right? So you want to be able to network and have access to these like-minded individuals. So that's why we want you to get into the Facebook community. We will be launching a Telegram chat soon. So that those of you who don't have Facebook, we can chat on Telegram and get a faster, faster response by, texting in the chat. So that is your homework. And then tomorrow we will meet here at the same place, same time on Zoom. So we will meet at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you will receive an email for day 2 of the workshop, and it will have the specific Zoom link for tomorrow, as well as all of the resources that you need for tomorrow for us actually setting up the family trust, you guys. So with that being said, I think I have one more question here. One second. So the question is, could one be hired as a general manager by a trustee and also be the beneficiary? So the answer is no. So the beneficiary cannot be a board member or hold any other position inside of the trust. The only thing that the beneficiary can do is be the beneficiary. If they have any type of power and control, then you are not operating a trust, okay? And so, yep. So that's that. So anyways, you guys, I will see you here tomorrow. You will get an email with all the resources that you need, and we will be meeting at the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to begin setting up our family trust. So you guys have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning.